Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. I'm joined by my associate editor, Spencer Baculi. We want to welcome you to our first ever Bounding Breakdown, and we're going to be talking about Pedro Pascal getting canceled. And yes, he is getting canceled because he's getting canceled over something absolutely stupid. He's getting canceled over a tweet promoting Wonder Woman 1984 coming back to HBO Max. That's how utterly ridiculous.
That's where we're at now.
Today.
Yeah.
So, but first, I want to. How are you doing? How are you having a good day?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Oh no. We lost Spencer. I lost
back?
you. You broke up. Yeah, you're back
okay,
now.
good. Now I'm back. Yeah, I don't know why I broke up there. I saw that as soon as I started talking. No, it's a good day. I'm just catching up on all the work I couldn't do yesterday with my dead internet. So just chugging along. How about yourself?
Doing really well. Started a little late today because obviously we go late on Wednesdays, so got a little bit later start. But I feel like we got a lot of good stuff up on the website right now.
Oh yeah, lots of good stuff today.
We got a Chrissy Teigen story up there. We got a Netflix announcing these like 3 new like Asian
like series,
and says they're like reclaiming the animation space.
Which is so weird. Like, what does that even mean?
It doesn't even make sense in the context of the sentence that the
I know.
Did. So
that was even weirder.
That's really strange.
It feels like they totally just tried to shoehorn in a buzzword.
Yeah, I definitely feel that's what they did. We also got the Larry Hama story up.
Oh, Larry, just leave Snake Eyes alone already. You're like, leave him alone. You're ruined every time you open your mouth about Snake Eyes. You're just ruining him.
Yeah. I see we got a bunch of folks in the chat. What about is here? Looks like he showed up and peaced out. He says, "Have a good stream. Cheers." Thanks for stopping by. What about? Appreciate that. Merkale, Emperor of Corruption, is here as well. He says this is unexpected. If you were watching the stream last night, we did announce that this was going to happen. We were actually asking if we had any good name ideas, and then I came up with the Bounding Breakdown.
It's so good. As soon as you told me, I was like, I love it.
2 hours ago. So it just popped in my head, and I was like, oh, there we go. Don Edmonds is here as well. It's a shame he can't join us, but I believe he's doing the 9. He's at his 9 to 5 job right now.
9 to 5er.
Black Angus Reviews is here as well. He's what's
up,
happened?
Black Angus?
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We'll get to it. We're about to get to it, and then we got the Seaman is here as well. So thank you all for joining us. So let's get to this. Do you want to bring up? This tweet?
Yeah.
From
let's share this screen.
Maybe I should do it. I don't know.
Either or. I think maybe you know where the tweets are that we're looking for. Because otherwise, I would just be scrolling through it.
Yeah, here, I gotta pull it up now.
Like all the quote tweets on it are like defending him, and then all the other tweets that we're gonna talk about are like buried somewhere.
Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna. It's on the replies. A lot of them are on the replies.
Yeah, but they're like,
dude. Close that so we can see one of that. All right, yeah. Let me share the screen real quick. Let me bring that up. Share screen.
Bump. Oh yeah, and of course I'm still not over the death of Miura. Like it's really hard. I don't know. Like it's really getting to me.
Yeah, dude,
it sucks. Rest in peace.
Yeah. So this is Pedro Pascal's tweet right here. She's like a rainbow. I don't. Is that a song reference?
I don't think so. I've never heard that term.
Wonder Woman 84 back on HBO Max. Gal Gadot, Patty, just tagging them, and then he's just literally quote tweeting the Wonder Woman tweet from like 5 days ago. Like wish granted, the world's greatest heroine returns. Like shocking. It's
who's wished.
I know. So yeah, he's quote. I guess this is from 5 days ago.
Yes, it's like last Wednesday or Saturday actually.
A little bit old. So this happened a little bit over the weekend, but just came to our attention today. Don actually pointed this out to us, and he gave us this this is the tweet that Don shared with us.
OG Star Wars, how's it going?
Pull it up here.
That's a nice visit.
Let's Let's see if this works. You can see all of my tabs right now. Yeah, so this is the tweet that kind of brought this to our attention. This was about 4 days ago, May 16th. Guy with the Free Palestine handle there. And so with this tweet, you choose to side with apartheid. You chose to side with that G word. You chose to side with that those two words.
The EC.
You chose to side with Zionists. You chose to side with Israeli propaganda. Canceled.
Canceled.
Free Palestine. So this guy is canceling Pedro Pascal literally for
just like
Woman 1984 coming back to HBO Max,
giving no opinion on anything. This is
right.
It's kind of just his job. This is what actors do on social media. Yeah. Like this is what actors should be doing on social media. Like this is all I want to hear from them. So like what do you people want? Yeah, exactly. Promote your work. I don't want. They're mad at him for the opposite thing now. Like he's not talking about politics, and now they're angry.
They're mad because he tagged Gal. That's the real issue, that he tagged Gal in the post, and he said she's like a rainbow. And my guess is people are assuming that's Gal. My guess he's probably talking about Wonder Woman, because Wonder
probably
Woman
either. Yeah, probably.
Gal. It doesn't matter.
Either or. It really, yeah.
but so we get, if we just scroll down here, like here we go. Not the right time, King. So this sounds like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, always.
Here's someone actually defending him. Just back off and leave him alone. You are quick to judge, yet fail to see the fact he liked an Insta post. Like, who pays attention?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
pay attention to what these people like. It's who has time to do that?
Like, I agree with this person on like back off and leave him alone. But yeah, who's going and like, oh, look at what you liked? I mean, obviously we've seen people get destroyed for that before, but it's just so dumb.
Yeah. So this right here. This guy's literally explaining why he's getting canceled. It's because of Gal calling for peace among the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
Yeah.
And he's like, after this tweet, was it worth it? Like promoting a movie. Like what? Like he's probably required to do that. He's like,
no, yeah, seriously.
Tweet that.
I wonder if it was even him. Maybe he has like an assistant on a tweet deck, and they just threw that out.
Yeah, possibly. Every person who replies to this in regards to his liking of Gal's post needs to read the room and understand what his career entails. So this person's kind of defending him. Hundreds of people made Wonder Woman 84 happen. The way you're all acting now is that everyone involved in that film should now suffer because of that post, which is kind of what they're doing. Oh, yeah, here seriously. You go. There's no excuse for being so tone deaf and ignorant in today's world. Shame on you. #0 respect. This person wants you to read a blog post.
Decolonize Palestine.
Here's another one.
This L.
Absolutely just disappointed in you, Pedro. Take this L. Like, what L is he taking? Like,
look at that next person. There was no need. No, like right under that one.
Oh yeah, here.
Nummy, yeah. Like what? What are you talking about? What did he even do? Like he promoted a movie. The
same day that the official Wonder Woman 84 account promoted it too. Like it was.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I bet you they all did it. I bet you if we went to Gal's, she probably has something from the 15th. Yeah. Who else was in that? What the other chick who played Cheetah probably has something.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig definitely. Probably all have it. But yeah, with all due respect, sir, please read the room. It's all like the cliches that you have. This isn't it, King. Take the L.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the do better, Pedro. Do better. Like
or like ratio.
If you've ever posted ratio, give me your phone. You don't deserve to be on Twitter at this point.
I have posted ratio, but it was in mocking them.
Right? Yeah.
Because like literally. So all the people who follow us on Twitter like regularly like ratio our tweets like because they comment about it rather than liking it.
Yeah,
more
exactly.
Here's another one said absolutely terrible post. Like well, how is it a terrible post?
Like y'all are like reading so much into something. Everybody is like reading so hard into something like that doesn't exist. They're chasing shadows. It's so weird.
As someone who describes himself as a refugee, that's in his profile, I was expecting more from you, to be honest. I'm 100% sure that you are capable of the situation that's been going on. I assume they're supposed to say I'm sure understanding.
Yeah.
We won't be streaming. Hashtags cancel Gal Gadot. They want to cancel. They're canceling Pedro, and they want to cancel Gal as well. Here's a common sense right here. May I request everyone take a breath? Promoting a project in which she happens to appear alongside someone who wrote it, like she didn't write a tone deaf tweet. There's nothing wrong with her tweet.
Her tweet is just her opinion. Like there's nothing. Yeah.
That's like saying Gina's tweet was a bad comparison. It was not. And then here, why can't Pedro Pascal be a friend to someone who has different opinions, beliefs from yours?
Not allowed.
Sucks, but doesn't make it. Yeah, it's common sense. I'm sure. Let's see what the responses are.
Wow, racist.
Must be so nice tweeting from Chicago, while us in the Middle East have to witness this firsthand. This isn't about politics at this point. You can't have different beliefs on a government bombing a country all day long. So they're standing up for themselves though. So kudos to this Bees McGee here.
MK Ultra. Yeah.
You're better than this. There you go. Do better.
There it is. There it is.
Delete.
Next one, my man. This isn't it.
Yeah, my man. This is what do we got here? SpongeBob. Is that from SpongeBob?
Yeah, with a controller. Okay.
What does that mean? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't grasp this understanding. You weird youngins.
So we got some folks in the chat here.
Don't do it, Black Angus. Don't ratio me.
OG Star Wars is here. Welcome, OG Star Wars. She's saying that the rainbow is a song. I thought it was a song reference. Yeah,
I looked it up. It's a Rolling Stone song.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The C-Man is trying to get us to change the subject here. He says, "Catch that Dave Filoni is now the executive of creative on the Lucasfilm website." No, I didn't catch that.
Wow.
Doesn't surprise me. Stephen Moss, how's it going, Stephen? Pascal canceled. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Actually, there's a long list. Yeah. Isn't that funny? Black Angus Review says, "This is amazing. With enough canceling, maybe actors will shut the F up and finally and be more norm."
That's kind of like I do kind of hope for that. Just reaching that woke breaking point and just.
I think what you'll see is it'll be like Alec Baldwin. You'll be like his wife or someone close to him, or he will get canceled, and then he'll call for not canceling, and then once after like a month he's done that, he'll like continue trying to cancel someone else or whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah,
absolutely. If Trump runs again, he'll try to cancel Trump again in 2024 or whatever.
Yeah, give it like the next Republican enemy du jour, whether it's DeSantis or Trump. Like he'll be on that bandwagon going, no, cancel, blah 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 blah. Again, it's the thing we always talk about where like they're just doing it to cover their own ass. They don't have any principles.
Yeah. So I wish this would be true, Black Angus, but I just don't see that happening at this point in time right now. Black Angus says someone looks like someone wants a ratio.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you do it. Don't you do
it. Luis Morales is he did. He tried to cancel half of America. So
exactly.
It's like what comes around goes around, right?
Yeah, like we're not. I don't know if John and I really have sympathy for Pedro so much as we're pointing out like this is ridiculous. Like, look at this behavior. This is where we're at. Where this is like acceptable. This is good rather. Like, it's not. I'm also pointing it out because I do think it's funny that this is the guy who literally tried to cancel half of America, and he's now getting canceled for like promoting a movie. It's that Ouroboros. They'll always eat themselves, and it's great.
Yeah, and this is like what a canceling is. Mm-hmm. Like a canceling is literally trying to cancel, like ruin someone, get them fired, whatever, over something that is literally like a non-issue or like a personal disagreement, like, or even something that they're making up, because these people are literally trying to read into this tweet, and they've created something in their own head to like cancel him over. They think that he's like, I don't know, they think that he's supporting Israel by posting this or something like that. There's nothing wrong if you're supporting Israel.
Yeah, seriously, like you support what you support. It's not, and again, like it's not. He's not even saying anything. Like that's what I just can't get over. You could write a tweet that says like hello, and somebody will be like, "Wow, this is ableist against people who can't read," and you'll get harangued, and it's so ridiculous.
Here's one. Condescending Josh says, "Surprised I haven't seen Falcon America turned into a do better me."
I am really surprised about that too. On it, like I saw that comment, and I was like, "Yeah, me too."
Maybe you'll have to. I mean, we'll have to do that for an emoji or something.
Do better. Just the pointing Sam. Do better.
Restrogam says, "Breathe." These people aren't breathing. They're too busy, too furiously typing. Cancel Pedro.
They have to go. They have to do it now. They have to do it now.
Yeah. That's true. They can't. I have no, like literally what. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what this is.
It's also like yeah. I have no idea what that means. But it's also like, do you really think, like devil's advocate, if you're a Palestinian supporter, do you really think the people in Palestine right now give a shit what you say about like an American Hollywood celebrity who has nothing to do with this? No, like you're doing nothing here but trying to make yourself seem important so that tomorrow you can go on Twitter and go, I took a stand against Pedro Pascal, the Yahtzee, and pat yourself on the back and seem like a good person until 4 months later when it comes for you.
Yeah. I just saw this. Condescending Josh says, it's funny since they're the biggest source of memeable material. Yeah.
Oh, for real.
The C-Man says smart actors will just stay off social media. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I do think there is something to like interacting with your fans about your projects and stuff, and then just keeping it to that. If you have the discipline to do that, I think that there is something to that. There's a lot of value to that, and I think that is quite good. Like James Gunn does a good job of interacting.
I think Gunn does a great job
after he got canceled, which
and still supports it.
So yeah, I'm not sure. Like I just used that word canceled, but he did get fired, and I think there's an argument to make whether or not that was a justified firing or not. There's probably a lot more that we don't know as well that went on behind the scenes and
absolutely
and stuff to that, because it wasn't just the joke tweets that the narrative has been that's the narrative now. There was a lot more to it as well. Restogram says there's a reason celebrities had publicists. They were the barrier between saying stupid stuff and getting the public to hear it. Social media bypasses publicists. A lot of them still do have publicists, but I mean, if you watch that Gina interview with Ben Shapiro, the publicists are the ones who are trying to push all the woke crap now.
Because they're the damage controllers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword with the publicists. Yes, they can keep you away from that stuff, but they're also like really trying to push a lot of the.
Well, I think it goes hand in hand, because like you're totally right. They are so like I kind of disagree with what the initial premise was I don't think publicists are there to necessarily. They're not the main action point for the celebrity to promote things. I always feel like publicists are there to help rehabilitate your image, to help you get out of trouble when you do something that. Like this, or not even like this, because this is not really a thing. But like if you got a DUI or something, like that's when you bring in the publicist to be like, oh, here's all this other stuff. He has an addiction. He has a problem. We're getting help. That's what he does. And so then I think in this current modern atmosphere, that I can easily see like, oh man, John, you really should have made that comment out there. You know how we damage control this? Just go out and be woke. If you go out and you tell them what they want to hear and you act woke, all of this is going to blow over. So that's where I think we're at. That's where I think publicists are doing, or what I think publicists are doing.
I think that is part of their job. I also do think some of them do run the social media. I think probably I think a lot of them probably don't run them as much anymore.
Yeah.
But I remember watching a video about the Vampire Diaries guy, or one of them, and he like literally had a guy just like running his social media for him.
Oh yeah.
And like doing all that stuff, and then like he would like between takes he would come in and like check with him, and then he would like post something as well. Like it was like him running. It was weird how he was just. They made the social media like a full-time job because they see it as a way, especially with the conventions and stuff. Like you build people to come to your convention so you can have them pay you to sign an autograph.
Yeah, right.
Make lots of money doing that outside of just getting paid for the acting job, especially in like
$40 cash for just doing that.
Yeah. Condescending Josh says, confused on SJW jargon. Does this mean Pedro Pascal is being consequenced?
Consequence, yes. Yeah. This is consequence culture.
Yep, he's being consequenced right now. That's what Jordy told us. Star Trek.
Reading Rainbow to consequence culture.
What is it is like they think publishing is hiding, which is not true. That would be like someone saying, hey, I'm a Montana Max crybaby who wishes cute metal bands to drop. Maria's telling it's like Pedro needs to go back to Chile. They have a lovely communist government. HBG3 left eating their own.
Always.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, who cares is like a meme now, but it's just fun to just watch this stuff because it's just like, glad like, you guys are just
like you're waking.
People are.
Yeah, seriously, like you told us you don't want anything to do with us, so all we can really do now is laugh at this happening to you.
I think C-Man points out a good thing here too. Actors can interact in person at conventions. Twitter has too many activists talk about it. I also think there is some. I mean, obviously this has been like beat to death in the media, but keyboard warriors is a thing. You wouldn't go up and say that to him at a convention. You wouldn't look at say, like, take the L, man.
Like the biggest example I can think of. Nobody would do this to Vic Mignogna. Like nobody has gone up to Vic and like said all of their complaints and all their accusations in his face, all the tough guy stuff. It is keyboard warriorism. And the problem is, somebody just said it right here, I think. Restergam. Twitter is a platform that gives the hecklers a bullhorn and an equal stage with the salesperson performer. And that's exactly the problem, is that a lot of these like media companies and publicist companies and actors and all that crap, they don't realize how the internet works. Like, to a sense, like they look at all the tweets and they go, wow, that's real public opinion. That's what all these people think. But they don't take a moment to like read the tweets or see who's posting them or recognize, like, it's really easy for a tweet to go viral. Go ahead.
Or they do read the tweets and it's like 3 or 4 or 5 and they think that they're all like that. Exactly.
And because they don't ever since the internet became mainstream, everybody like mainstream media commentators and like normies and stuff, they all kind of failed to get the nuance of internet conversation. Like, I mean, there are so many terminologies and phrases we used to use in the good old days of the internet that we can't use now because the normies came in and they kind of blew up all context and they ignored context and it doesn't matter anymore. So now that's just where we are, is that I don't know. Don't listen. Like, this is not a representative opinion of what's really going on. Like, how many issues have I seen or have we all seen where people get mad for a day or two and then it's over. They don't care anymore. Like,
they moved on to the next angry thing.
Right. Exactly.
I will point out with this retrogram tweet, I actually do like the idea that they are on an equal stage and they're not above us peasants anymore.
See, I think
there's something to that.
I feel like there's a difference here. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily like we are equal as people. It's more like everybody's opinion gets equal weight, and that is the problem because you have a lot of those opinions that are like 12-year-olds who got Tumblr discourse and are screeching that I don't know, the Mandalorian is homophobic, whatever they want to pull out today. Like that's where I have an issue with the equality because like
context matters.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody's looking at the context.
But
nobody ever looks at context.
Just on a broad statement, the idea of like an equal stage, it's just like, Pedro Pascal can tweet something out and so can I. Like,
oh yeah, that is good. That is good.
Yeah. So there's that. And I will also say that social media has actually exposed a lot of these people because I mean, without social media, Pedro isn't like showing his true beliefs where he thinks half of America are Yahtzees. So.
Yeah, right. No, it's exactly like the like there's a reason a lot of the talk shows and the like celebrity appearance shows are pre-taped and they can edit and they can cut and they can do things because those are scripted. They're supposed to be pointed because a lot of times a lot of celebrities have ridiculous ideas like Pedro calling half the country Nazis. And when they don't have a filter, when nobody's there going, wait, stop, maybe a bad idea, then they get exposed.
Yeah, I think that was the case maybe back in the day. I feel like the networks now want them to say the insane stuff so they get the clicks or the viewers. Like, did you see what this person said? It's crazy. So Reservoir Game says, imagine a stand-up comedian that had the audience of hecklers on the same stage. I mean, you kind of see that sometimes. Yeah, that can happen, especially in like smaller joints.
Yeah, I was gonna say for like non-big performers, like if you go to like just a comedy club, the stage is only like 2 feet in front of you and maybe like 3 feet high. Like it just lets people see the other like in the back. Like it's not even a big stage.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a crazy comparison, but there's this like they do this like nights. I don't know. It's like a nights show or whatever. I forget what it's called.
Dude, it's Medieval Times.
Medieval Times, yeah, Medieval Times has
Love
like
Medieval Times.
It's like the nights and then the dinner and everything, and they separate the crowd into like groups. And what's great is like because it's not like huge, it's small, so you can literally like shout down. You can shout down at the guys and like start heckling them to like get to like hopefully like obviously it's like stage, but like I've actually done it. You like heckle the guy who's like attacking your dude, and they'll like interact with you. And like if you've been, an even better example is if you've been to any kind of like local or small like super indie like wrestling events, you can really like interact with the wrestlers, and they'll ad-lib that stuff, and they'll like get into it, and it can be actually really fun.
They get into it so much, it's so fun. Like amateur wrestling, once they get a crowd and they get comfortable, like it just goes crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of like pretty good like indie productions as well too. So there's a pretty good one up here in Northern Virginia. That can be fun. So I don't know if they've been doing anything with COVID, but I assume not.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't die. So like hopefully they were still able to keep going. But yeah, C-Man does point out one person can have hundreds of accounts and script trend responses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the big issues.
I think that is a huge problem. With social media, but yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I don't feel like maybe I have experienced that. Usually, when people like come after us, it seems like someone from the lefty sphere picked it up or the wokey sphere picked it up.
We got picked up by a wokey today, and he's annoying, and it's all annoying.
Barry On says, I can 100% confirm this. I'm on Twitter and I'm a bot, and I know some other guys are too. Okay,
I knew it. They're self-aware.
Yeah, so here condescending Joss is talking about this. We talked about this a little bit last night on Black Hill Stream.
Where's Father Christopher Miller? We can keep the conversation going.
Demi Lovato coming out as non-binary is a pretty good example of publicists figuring out how to make their clients immune to criticism. Canceled over Froyo scandal. Let's make her come out. Yeah. I mean, we saw this with Kevin Spacey. We saw that. Who else? We saw this with Ellen Page. It's going to be a trend. It's going to be a trend.
There have been more, but it's absolutely a trend to come out as non-binary or bi or something.
Transgender.
Some whatever you want. It
has to be more than just gay now too.
It does. It does.
Yeah. You can't just be gay. You have to be the T plus.
You got to hit the other letters at the end of the acronym.
So here's some more. This person says she supports Israeli G word. Do you understand that? There is no neutral line about it. She might be your coworker or even friend, but you can't call yourself an ally when you ignore our pleas, sir. This is not okay. Why won't you see? And this person has literally they, them in their headline, in their file, so you just know that they're...
I'm just tired. Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to try and proselytize you because it seems like you've heard the outcry. I hope you and Gal can have a conversation about this sometime. I wonder if it'll be the same conversation he had with Gina.
That implies there was a conversation he had with Gina.
No,
that wasn't just
he did. They did have a conversation. Gina said they did about the pronouns and stuff because she said she didn't understand that in the beginning. And then she still wasn't going to put pronouns in her profile though. Anyways.
Yeah. Why? Why?
So we didn't convince her. And I doubt that Pedro is going to convince Gal, who is an Israeli citizen. Reading enough here, all I can say is he doesn't deserve the crap he is getting. Oh, so this person's defending him. Pedro, you did nothing wrong. You're entitled to your own opinions and such. If others don't like it, too bad. He didn't even express an opinion.
No
he
opinion.
Is like promoting a movie. It's so crazy. Third Shift Morning Show is here. He's saying, awesome to see you guys doing a live stream.
Third Shift.
Thank you for watching us.
Thanks for watching.
Appreciate that.
I'm watching you, Barry, on now that you admitted you're a bot. I'm watching you.
Now isn't the time for this, Pedro. People are dying every single day, and they are begging to be heard. This is extremely ignorant and honestly disappointing. Please listen to the Palestinians that are actually trying to inform you about what is happening.
No, shut up!
He's literally promoting his movie that happens to star Gal in it, and these people are just
losing their minds.
It's hard for me to even how did they even who started this to get to make that connection? How is your brain working to take oh, he's promoting his movie that he was in just in December that's coming back onto one of the biggest streaming services on the planet, and we got to cancel him because he mentioned Gal Gadot in the tweet.
But then are we going to cancel everything that Gal Gadot just exists in? That's the problem here. This is a case of this is what happens when you're online all the time. You start to think that this matters, that you're doing something in the world when you're not. None of this matters. Even in their little social circles, nobody's going to care in 9 months if, hey, I tweeted at Pedro and told him to be nice to Palestinians. Nobody's going to care. Nobody in your circle cares.
This is funny too because this person here pushes back a little bit. And this guy's like, I don't remember asking you for your opinion. Thank you, though. I know that people are dying in a lot of countries for a lot of reasons. I'd be an idiot not to know that. However, Palestinians are being oppressed by Israel, and this is not a war. There's nothing wrong. It's it's really interesting. So he's tweeting at Pedro his opinion, and then when someone else tweets their opinion, it's like, I don't want you. I don't
remember asking you.
Opinion. Well, Pedro didn't ask for your opinion either, bro.
Nobody, and this other guy didn't ask for your opinion in response. This Cheryl asked, or she didn't ask for your opinion in response. Be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet, World B Day. Science of something. And look, they went on a huge rant there too.
I saw that. That was multi-tweet. When you're multi-tweeting that, dude, go breathe. Go
Here it is.
outside.
Yeah, it's like a huge thread.
Keeps going.
Get out of my mentions.
Get out of my mentions? Why did you engage with them? I hate these people.
You responded to the person. You tweeted this. Did you not think you were the mentality here? You're gonna tweet an opinion, not on Twitter, where everyone can literally see it and read it.
And under a big public tweet. It's not they just threw this on their account and somebody stumbled upon it. This will be seen by people.
Yeah. It's I didn't think anyone was gonna see this.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Everyone must agree with me. No one was ever tell me that I'm wrong. Jeez, that's literally what this is. You don't even need I don't even need to read any of this stuff because right here is all you need to know. Get out of my mentions. You didn't want to debate. You don't want to actually have a civil discussion.
They literally
to, actually talk about
privilege.
it.
I actually don't remember the last time I heard "check your privilege" unironically.
Oh yeah, check your privilege. Yeah,
takes me back to the days.
Yeah, jeez, that was when the wokies were still in their infancy.
Yeah, exactly. It was when we just thought they were a little weird subgroup that we could laugh at. Oh, how wrong we were.
You're better than this. Delete. Oh, I think we already did that one.
or it could have just been I could see that being posted a million times, just variants of that sentence.
You're amazing in the movie, but maybe it's not the right time to retweet this. It's literally the day that they're announcing it's coming back.
Like,
I mean, what?
that is, if anything, that is the right time by definition to retweet this, to talk about this.
What is this? Oh wow!
Jeez.
What did she say that pissed you off? That her family and friends also deserve to live. Go away. So
Jonas.
I was waiting for it. You got the gifts now.
You got to get the gifts coming. Hopefully nobody performed digital blackface.
For everyone jumping on his case for being silent, aside from an Instagram like, which, yeah, yikes. I just love throwing that back in them. I'm just like, yikes.
It's great because it's such a non-thing, and then it makes them so angry because they give it some power. Like, if you come to me and you're like, look at your Twitter feed, yikes. I'm like, yikes it all you want. I don't care about your opinion. Like, if I sneezed on you the wrong way, you would, want me canceled. So I don't care.
Yeah. He may have been advised to steer clear of certain controversial topics, social media, for all we know. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he has definitely been advised not to comment on that.
Yeah, after all that. And after he totally got I still think back to that that question on the interview where they were like, what did you like, whatever they asked him, do you remember? They were like what? For the rumors. They're like, what about the rumors about you walking off stage? And he was like, no.
Oh, yeah, he like didn't know.
He was like
they worked with me to like get it done. Yeah. Like, it was great.
It was such a deer in the headlights corporate speak. Like, oh man, I just got to say something.
He probably, like, I bet he had like talked before that he said like they won't ask you that question, and the reporter was like, I'm asking again.
He's like, I'm going off script.
YouTube me at 7 a.m. show. It's 5:30 p.m. here, Eastern time.
Yeah, 4:30 here.
The Sentinel, Karma is a wonderful lady. I don't believe in karma.
Sentinel.
It's a nice sentiment. Vintage Comics says Karma is a patient mistress.
Guys, I don't really know if you should be talking about Karma right now because she posted some opinions on Israel that we can't agree with, and she supports the G word, so we can't do it.
Yeah. Karma's getting canceled. All the Twitter crowd needs to is wait for Pedro, Pascal's, Joel, and Last of Us to meet Abby in season 2. Yeah, he's gonna get canceled then. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Uncle Joe says silence is compliance.
Uncle Joe says a lot of things.
Yeah. I can't keep mentioning because I'm very disappointed. If you see this, I want you to think you always spread awareness about everything, but never about Middle Easterns or Muslim problems. What you do is called hypocrisy. From Viper.
Like, this is also the problem, is that these people in these replies, these angry users, they're looking to Pedro for their opinion, for confirmation of their beliefs. They're looking to celebrities to tell them what to do. So when the celebrity doesn't confirm what they're doing, they lose their minds because they don't have like a backing. Again, they don't have principles. They don't believe in anything except being morally better than the person to their left.
I'm not sure about that. I think maybe some are. I think it's more along the lines with what we were seeing with the pronouns with Gina. They wanted to have her do their values and have to if Pedro does what they say, then it justifies their belief. But it's also, which you're right on that point, but it also is that they also want him to do that because they believe that they're morally right as well already in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I think there's a little bit of combination of both there. Barbara Kelly, I know you have to promote this, but Gal is contributing to the misrepresentation of what is happening to the Palestinian people. She literally prayed for peace, and an end to the conflict.
And and
her choice of words are wrong.
She is Israeli, and I honestly, Gal's statement is the most, what's the word? Metered, normal. I'm not taking any stance except saying I support my homeland and I want peace.
Right.
That's all she said. It's the dodgy, the easiest, or the best way you can dodge the issue without dodging the issue, and these people are still losing their minds. Like, what do you? It's just what you were saying, John, where they want the confirmation that they're morally superior and all that fun stuff.
Right. So they believe that they're morally superior. They want to subjugate you to ensure that you are following their moral superiority. But then at the same time, there's also this idea that if you do that, then you also validate their moral superiority.
Yeah. I think it makes 100% sense, and it's awful.
Why should he say anything? He's an actor, not a politician. Well, he was saying that half of America was Yazidis. So.
Yeah, I know.
Read the room. Oh my gosh, what room am I reading? Please tell me.
And what is there to read? Like,
is there documents? Up as wallpaper. Is that what you're supposed to be reading?
It's like when you walk into like a break room at like an office, and they've got all the like the safety warning signs and all the legal stuff on the wall in like plastic laminate.
Yeah. Here's an idea. If you live in the U.S., target local and national politicians rather than an actor. There is only one government that has any influence on Israel. If you're not in the U.S., same applies. I'm pretty sure the government that has influence over Israel is Israel. Just my opinion.
Not after that tweet in silence from you. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Ever been caught between a rock and several hard places? Loyalty to a friend, contractual obligations, and fans who know nothing. Fans who know nothing. I see this. I don't even want to call this is why we have to differentiate between fans. I've started differentiating now because you have fans who actually care about the property, care about it, have spent quite a bit of money on it, are really passionate about it, and then you have stans who don't give a crap about the property and are all just about their own their own narcissism. And they do that through the celebrities that they attach themselves to.
Also, that person is a liar, because I'm looking at Kristen Wiig's Twitter feed, and it's full of promotion for the return of Wonder Woman. So
which one here?
Where is it? Right there, that person, Caroline. I am not quite sure about the contractual obligations, though, since none of the other actors from WW84 promoted this. Looking directly at Kristen Wiig's Twitter right now, it's I'm watching that really bad opening Amazon scene where they did the Weird Olympics.
So she's got a Twitter? What is it?
Yeah, it is Kristen Wiig org. But then when it's written out, it looks like Kristen Wiig org.
Might be blocked. Oh, it's not official.
Is that not?
Is this it?
Oh, you're right. It's a fan site. I was wrong. Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was wrong. It's a fan site.
She might have an Instagram. Let's see. Yeah, I was looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger's Instagram earlier.
Heck yeah. It's great. He's awesome.
I don't think she has social media. She's not on Instagram either.
What a smart woman.
So, but let's see. Does he have it on his Instagram? Let's see here.
Pascal is punk.
Doesn't look like he has it on Instagram, or is it? Maybe it's this. Nope.
I'm not seeing it. It's Michaela Bryant, and then him reading this book.
Barb and Star. Yeah, I'm not seeing any Wonder Woman 84 promotion. That's interesting. Let's see. Did Gal promote it though? Let's see.
No, Gal's been promoting some other talk thing she's doing, at least on her Twitter.
She hasn't done anything since the 12th. Maybe it was just a Pedro thing then for that. I don't know.
Looks like he went rogue. He went rogue and promoted his work. Oh no.
Delete this and tweet something about Palestine.
You go tweet something about Palestine.
Gal Gadot on these. I think there's. I don't even know what that person's. That's just weird. I don't mean to be rude.
That's weird.
So that means you. So you are going to be rude. But this is a post about the movie and has nothing to do with the statement. Okay, Pedro is a friend and is compassionate. That's it. He never said anything, and damn it, he doesn't have to say anything. And Gal is a wonderful human. Okay, that wasn't rude. I didn't think that was rude at all.
But
you tricked me.
All
when
the
you usually
stands
say this, you're going to be rude.
I know they did it right this time.
Rosalind Talusan says, "Oh no." Oh, of course, she writes for the AV Club.
Oh, get out of here.
And Vice, of course.
Oh, the worst. Like, the two worst outlets you could have comboed.
Pedro, I love you, but after this tweet, read the room, hun.
Like, who are you, my mom?
Here?
Go away. Like,
Gal wants peace for all, is what I read in the post. Please, someone explain.
Like,
Pedro, I'm watching right now. I loved you in the movie.
They're just insane. It's like you said, they're making this all up. They're making up an infraction in their head because he didn't do exactly what they wanted, which how would he have even known? You're a random person in the middle of the United States who has a Twitter account. Like, okay, sorry, he's not paying attention to you specifically, but like, because he didn't do that, now they're making up all of these supposed infractions and crimes and like why what he did was so bad. And it happens every time, and it's so tiring. Well, I don't know if it's tiring so much as it's just so dumb.
Retro Graham says Twitter seems to be the absolute worst of the social media platforms. I don't know. I would say Facebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say Facebook. Absolutely, Facebook.
It all depends on how you engage in it. I mean, we've seen like horrible things on Instagram too. So, I mean, it's not exclusive to one platform. Like every platform is going to have its. It definitely just gets like the worst rap. But I mean, you just because I think Twitter is just more easily accessible. Like they have the search function, you can find people's old tweets. Whereas like if you want to find people's old posts on Facebook, you literally have to like keep scrolling down to find that stuff.
And hope you find the right one because maybe the comment is buried in like another person's thread from 2 years ago.
Yeah, or they're posted on like someone else's wall, and then so it's much more difficult to find people's stuff, whereas Twitter makes it easier with the search function, and it's easier to find that stuff. YouTube me points this out. Where were these people at when they fired Gina? Yeah,
no, they weren't
actually an injustice. That was a legit injustice.
Yeah, again, these people, they pick the straw men because they're really easy to beat in a fight. So they go, oh, look at this evil Pedro saying things about power. Like, that doesn't exist. That isn't happening. But when a real thing, it's like when the real opponent is there in front of them, they can't keyboard warrior anymore. So like once something real is in their face that would require effort, they collapse because they have no principles.
Yeah. Saint Michael of Cigarillo points out he has that girl who tried to. Yeah, he does. I didn't even notice that. She's right here.
Yeah, Makia Bryant
said her name, so he's virtue signaling there. Like the video clearly shows her. Try to stab two people. All right, let's go back here. All this tweeting is actually doing anything. I'm sure Hamas will strap a vest on these idiots and let them help the cause. Woo! I think we're gonna get demonetized.
That's a spicy one.
Barry On says, I'm more entertaining than the movies. Watching the left eat the left, not just for what's said, but what isn't said. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they're upset for what Gal didn't say. It's so crazy.
It's so childish. It's such a teenage. Like, I remember these kind of fights from when I was a teenager, when my sisters would get mad, when my teenage girlfriends would get mad, when I would get mad. It's just pulling that logic out so that you are right no matter what.
Yeah. HPG3, I think, has a good Reddit. I think Reddit is probably the worst because the censorship on Reddit is just absolutely insane. We used to be able to like share our stuff into some of the subreddits, but like
they blocked us, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people they block the site, and then even when other people are sharing our stuff, that one like Saltier Than Crate like banned us.
I know Saltier Than Crate banned us.
Yeah, literally the anti like Lucasfilm sequel anti Disney trilogy like subreddit is like. It's like, dude, I literally like said how like trash the film like Last Jedi was. Like,
yeah, I don't know what they want. Like I just don't get it.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I feel like Reddit's also has bleeding users, especially like at least users like in Kotaku in Action and stuff like that, because that's where we were people were reading our stuff.
Kotaku in Action, and the weird rule they instated was like you can no longer share anything that has any tweets from a non-verified account or something, and it was like, well, then half the stuff shared, and it's like, all right then. So now it just gets shared on Kotaku in Action too.
Yeah, which is like it gets privated all the time. It
gets privated all the time.
Shout out to the Andrew Doll. He does share our stuff. He runs a lot. I think he mods the Geeks and Gamers subreddit, and he shares a lot of our stuff on Reddit. So appreciate that as well. And there is a guy who shares a bunch of our stuff, who was sharing a bunch of our stuff.
B-ball volleyball already?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, B-ball volleyball.
Yeah, he shares a lot of our stuff too. We didn't even think about this. TikTok is way worse than Facebook and Twitter. I mean, have you seen? Yeah, Mr. Dragon.
I was going to bring up TikTok. Yeah. TikTok is bad.
If you've watched any of our Daily Stupids, a lot of them have TikTok users saying the most insane, stupid, and just idiotic things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Remember, those users are who people want to give the vote to. They want to lower the age to 16. So those TikTok users going like POV, like I don't know, like imagine you're in a concentration camp in the 40s and they cry and it's so dumb, and it's like that's who they want to vote. I don't know. It's just bad.
Yeah, like the fake pastor that says that Jesus is racist.
Right, like exactly. It's just like, so
dumb. Luis Morales says any social media site is no good, just like no political side is any good.
I agree.
I don't know.
I absolutely agree.
There's good and bad with I mean, social media site is how you use it though. It's like and how it is being used. So I don't know. I kind of like Telegram. I don't know if you consider that a social media site though. It's more, I don't know, because it's
kind of like an alternative.
Post stuff and people can comment. I don't know. I think there's like good and bad things. Like there is good things with Facebook, but I think Messenger is I use that more often than text, honestly, communicating with people across the country. So
definitely for stuff like that.
Facebook is good for like sharing family videos and photos and stuff. So there are good things on social media as well.
A lot of it is about how you curate your experience. Like my Reddit, I don't subscribe to any of those main Reddits. It's all these really weird niche ones like Common Writer and like One Piece fan art and that stuff. I stay away from the general bullcrap because I know what I'm going to find there. So when I go on Reddit, it's a little better, I would say. Like I enjoy my time there, but that's because I'm not getting invested in yelling at Pedro.
Yeah. And I don't know. No political site is any good. I don't know. I understand that argument. I understand that argument, but I don't know. It's good to have. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to understand what you mean by a political site. So, I mean, people think that our website is political. So, so I would kind of disagree because I think our site is good.
Yeah, right. I'm a little biased, but I do think it's a good site.
Yeah. Vintage Comic Love says wouldn't go on that dumpster fire, especially if they started doing Fauci worship videos. Talking about TikTok. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, the worse than those videos are the I'm sure people have seen them, but like the vaccination like musical videos where people like sing songs about like today's the day I'm getting vaccinated and like
gosh.
like these stupid musical numbers. And like I saw one today where this woman who's clearly in like her 40s is dressed up as like an 8-year-old girl, and she's like, when we get vaxxed we can play again, we can hang out again. And I'm like, what is happening here? This is not okay.
They literally are thinking children's songs.
Yeah,
that's a children's like tune.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a nursery rhyme.
It was directed at children. Like she was in this. She's like, hey, God, like the beginning of the video was like, kids, like the vaccine's almost available for us. Do you know what that means? And like that, and then she went into that song, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like this is so weird. Why are you making musicals about? Like go get your damn vaccine. I don't care. But stop making it into this weird, like, magical Disney moment. Like, I see people putting on in their profiles, like, Team Pfizer, Team Moderna. Like, dude, shut up.
It's the Holy Communion. The
is.
vaccine is their version of the Holy Communion.
It's really messed up. It's super like John's
The
not
way you're
like he's
describing it.
accurate. They're treating this crap like religion, and it's weird.
And Fauci's the head priest.
Even though he doesn't even know what he's saying half the time.
Oh, he contradicts himself like all the time.
He literally admitted like yesterday that he was wearing masks in public just for the optics. Like, thanks, man.
I mean, I saw a video today. They all have them off now in the Congress. They're not.
Do they? Well, even with Pelosi's little tantrum.
Yeah, she literally doesn't have it on. She's there in the floor.
She's so full of it.
Condescending Josh says, "Yeah, Pedro disabled him." Yep, I saw you caught that. Yeah, there were no comments on that one, of course. YouTube me says he laughed at my comments. She did. I don't think she actually did, but she tried to. Because she missed the first person, and then the other guy started kicking her, and then she went after the other one and threw her on the car, and then she was stopped. That photo is Love Thyself. Need love. Michael Strelitz. I assume that's the Makia photo he's referencing. I'm not sure.
I have somebody's profile photo. Not entirely sure. Yeah.
Mr. Dragon says even the quartering mentioned that one. Not
one of them. Which art? I mean, I can just show you our archived.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either.
I think he's talking about TikTok still, maybe. He's responding to Vintage Comics Love about the Fauci videos. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. I think it's the Fauci videos. Yeah, the C-Man are the Donalds.
Are the Donalds.
Yeah, they like quarantined it, and I think they like deleted it now.
I have no idea what's going on with it after the quarantine. That was dumb.
A retro game. I'm not going to read I'm not going to read that one. Well, actually, I will. I wonder if an EMP in Silicon Valley would do us all a favor.
Dude, reset all of the bad projects they're working on. I'm in for it.
I don't know, man. After like, I don't know. People are so full of fear. Just look at what happened with after the reports of the gas pipeline getting hacked. People were just like literally doing run on the gas stations because they're so consumed.
They're putting them in bags, man.
So consumed by fear, they were going out and just just taking all the gas, and like 2 days later, back and running. It's no problem now. So it's really
all that
their
crypto.
whole psyche is consumed by fear. You got to break that. You got to work on breaking that.
Yeah, seriously.
Hopefully we can help you do that here. Hopefully we help you do that here
on the Black Pill stream.
Yes, and here on
the breakdown.
Reddit
break down your fear.
Reddit used to be the last of the Wild West internet. Now it's just lost my train of thought. Now I don't know. 4chan is the Wild West. I've never thought of Reddit as the Wild West.
I never thought of Reddit as the Wild West.
Reddit was always like left-wing forum. I always thought it was
like to me it was like I don't know if anybody's been to Vegas, but they have this big outside of the city, like probably 20 miles from the strip, they have this big old Whiskey Pete's Saloon hotel, which is this big prospector themed thing with Western themes and all that. That's what I always imagined Reddit was the theme park version of the internet Wild West. And then 4chan was the real Wild West.
The real Wild West, yeah.
Reddit is going and putting on the poncho in the jail cell thing and taking your photo, whereas on 4chan you're getting actually lit up with bullets.
And with overzealous, Reddit has the overzealous moderators. I feel like on all of their
that's exactly
every subreddit is just go crazy.
Yeah, that's why I've never considered it the Wild West, because they always had hard moderation. Now it's just even more moderation out of that fear. Everybody's just becoming afraid of everything. Like John's saying that you got to censor this so nobody's afraid or sad or I get angry. Dumb.
Yeah, C-Man right here.
Go scrape your elbow.
Saltier Than Crate was good until they got... Yes, exactly. I enjoyed Saltier Than Crate. It was great.
It was great at the beginning.
Bob A is here. They can't cancel Pedro. He has pronouns. No, they did. Doesn't matter.
It's no longer a shield.
Yeah, Condescending Josh says the Kotaku and Action Reddit sells them. Yeah, but they do. They do so much stuff to like placate the Reddit admins now.
They do a lot of modding, and they regularly go private. Like they take themselves out of the attention when it comes on them.
Yeah. Which is really annoying because like I'm subbed and I'm trying to get in there. Like, what's happening? So I used to use them as a source to find stuff. Now I don't.
Me too. Yeah, it's just
in there.
You can't do it.
Like reposts. And culture. Oh, so this is referring to Luis's comment earlier with the political sites. There are no good Democrats and few good Republicans. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, all politicians bad.
Yeah, no good Democrats, and I would say no good Republicans either. So.
All politicians bad.
Let's see here. Third shift morning show says the vaccine videos are creepy as hell. I've never done that when I got a flu shot.
They're the weirdest thing, dude. Just stop.
Yeah, I would like the only time I found like videos with like stuff with like medical stuff is like funny are the like when you're coming out of like getting your wisdom teeth removed and
you're all like hopped up on the nitrous.
You're or the laughing gas, whatever.
The laughing gas,
yeah. Those are hilarious, but
those are always good.
And then you have the heartwarming ones where the people like wake up out of comas and stuff like that, or
like the deaf people, like the deaf people who can hear for the first time,
or like the people who like. There's this one. The guy didn't remember his wife or whatever, but he said like "I love you" and it was his wife, and yeah, that was.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh my! The dude singing the Frozen vaccine song was already cancerous. Then you see the Sims face filter.
It's so bad.
So he's like, wait, does he actually turn himself like Sims face? Is that like that's not the NPC meme. That's like a
what is the Sims face? It's the I think he's talking about the like what is it? It's the Apple face thing, right? Like on an iPhone you can make your own sort of avatar that is your face. I think that might be what he's talking about. I don't remember that being in the actual video because the actual video is just super cringed. It's vaccination day.
Don is saying that the dark web is the true Wild West.
It really is still the Silk Road.
Mr. Dragon says, I was going to mention on TikTok someone dressed up wearing a bandage and vaccine cards, but also people dressing up like a prom dress getting vaccine. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, I've seen that. Like, I didn't get to go to prom, so I'm going to dress up to go get my shot. Like, all right, whatever.
Oh, is that what I thought he was talking about? Like they were, I went somewhere much dirtier in my my interpretation of that comment. Okay.
Bella's Dawn. Bella's in spirit.
People have no life. Michael Sterlitz. People are too young and think they know everything. Yeah, I think Spencer talks about this a lot. A lot of these people are like probably like teenagers, don't really know anything about anything, think they're always 100% right, and just are out to just shame people that disagree with them.
Yes, in the good old days, it used to be my parents don't get me, they don't understand me, and you'd go listen to your Linkin Park CD. And now it's the world doesn't understand me, and if you don't understand me, you don't deserve to exist.
Don is saying that the Sim face is a weird face app that changes you into a cartoony character.
Yeah, I don't remember it in the vaccination day thing. This is all I remember from vaccination day.
What is this?
That's the thing. He says, I'll be that guy at the bar who shows them my brand new vaccination card. And he's all
he's got soy face. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's soy face.
The entire.
Oh, my. Look at it, dude. It's like as soon as he takes the mask off, it's soy face.
He soy faces while eating, too.
Why isn't he wearing the mask in the restaurant? He should be wearing the mask while eating if he really cares.
No, because he doesn't. It's all for attention.
He's not totally immune, though. Bill Maher got it. After being vaccinated. Evgeny Kuznetsov, Washington Capitals hockey center for the Washington Capitals, has gotten COVID twice now. Tested positive twice.
Oh, has he? Dang.
Yeah. So he was actually like on COVID protocol, like legit. It wasn't like
Fernando Tatis got it. That was bad.
Yeah. And Bill Maher said he had the vaccine and then he got COVID afterwards. So It's almost like it's the flu. Like you can get it after you get the flu shot. You still get it.
Vaccines
don't work.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
I mean, some of them do. I mean, freaking what's the one that we really have that was a really big problem?
Polio.
Yeah, polio. It's gone. It's pretty
that
much
one's
gone. Yeah, and that worked really well. I was reading something that the big pharma people actually had some kind of phone call, and they're actually discussing how creating extremely effective shots and vaccines are not an efficient way to maintain constant revenue.
I knew it. Yep.
And that's
I knew that
was from a big pharma executive. They're like, they've been talking about that for a while, because I guess there is some hepatitis C shot or something that's super effective, 90% effective.
Oh wow.
And so they made billions of dollars in revenue when it was first going out, but now people don't need to get it because it's gone, which doesn't really make sense, because you would think that if you're still having kids,
yeah, I know,
world population is still growing, you would still people would still get it. But so that was just a weird, but I saw that.
That sucks. That's so depressing.
All right, we've been going over an hour. I hope you enjoyed us talking about Pedro Pascal getting canceled. It is quite hilarious, especially after he tried to cancel half of America. He did not say anything about Gina Carano after she was fired. So it is quite humorous, but it's also just shows how where we're at in society, that a guy's getting canceled over promoting a film that he was in.
And that's it. No extra words. It's like getting mad at bread for being bread with no toppings, anything on it.
No, it's getting mad at bread because bread is white and it's racist.
Dang it, you're right. It is racist. Bread's racist, everyone.
It's even worse when you take off the crust because you're removing the brown part.
You're set. Well, you know what? I've heard that you're giving that brown part a safe space for themselves to talk about their crust-related issues that the main bread won't understand. I hear that's what you're supposed to do nowadays.
I'm not going to say what I'm thinking right now because it is a highly inappropriate response. All right. Thank you all for joining us. I think we're going to be doing this more often. It won't just be Thursdays. Might do it throughout the week. But thank you for joining us for our first episode of The Bounding Breakdown, where we'll be kind of talking about just like we were doing today. Just one
News
topic,
of the day,
discussing it, and then maybe reading comments and talking with you guys, just hanging out and having fun. So thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. And we will see you back next week for our Black Pill stream, which is Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. We usually go for 3 hours. And then we'll probably do another bounding breakdown sometime maybe on Monday or Tuesday. We'll figure it out depending on if there's a hot topic that we want to talk about. So thank you again, and have a great day.
See you next time.